Brakathia Howell, Brakathia Rashai, Brakathia Howell, Brakathia Rashai, Brakathia Howell, Brakathia Howell. Bashim Chakodash, the belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone with true well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. You Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the pre-Shaman, this week's topic will be entitled, There Will Never Be Peace in the Middle East. The only time peace is going to reign in the Middle East is when the Lord's true chosen people return to their homeland. Now, all over the news recently is, what's going on over there with the tension between the so-called Palestinians and the so-called Israelis over there, right? And I have to be very careful with my words, because if you talk about these people, these small hats, you could lose everything. You could lose not only your channel, your job, you could lose everything. They're the ones you can't talk about. They say, to really see who runs a society, just see who you can't talk about. And anytime you mention so-called Jews in a negative light, you end up like Kanye or any other people that come against him, which is they'll destroy you. Now, this video was put up by Ryan Dawson on Rumble, and I want you brothers to check it out. It's called Israel Provoked This by Flooding the Mosque. And the reason he's on Rumble is that's one of the few platforms where you could say certain things, that any other platform you get banned. He got banned on Twitter. Damn sure. Forget YouTube. We already know who run YouTube. And I wanted to go see if he was on Odyssey, and he wasn't there. So yeah, this video, he goes in length really about what really goes down, what really started that war. And look, man, a lot of people are already saying, look, this thing is a false flag. What is a false flag? A false flag is when somebody is looking to go to war. So what they would do is they would, let's say, for example, take their own ship and put the flag of the enemy to attack themselves, to then use that as license to go to war, hence a false flag. And this is what this has caused. It's caused war, right? But look who has the benefit. Look at, first of all, Israel, the state of Israel is getting $50 billion in aid from the United States, and they're gonna get even more with this. And you have the military industrial complex, companies like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. If you follow stocks, the stock market is down, but the war stocks ran up. So there's money to be made in this shit, and there's never gonna be peace in the Middle East, man. Like I said, not till the Lord's true chosen people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, come back to that land. This is the book of Obadiah 1-6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up, right? So the so-called white man has been moving very nefariously, but now with the advent of the internet, you can search different platforms and what have you to dig and find out the truth. And the truth is, that shit is all, that shit, it was forced. Like this guy Ryan Dawson was going into what really triggered it. Them so-called Jews been bombing that area over there on them Ishmaelites. Now, we don't give two shits about them Ishmaelites, but it's for the sake of truth. They've been bombing those people, but that's never covered on the media. When them other Ishmaelites retaliate, it's all over front page news. Again, you seeing firsthand who controls what the hell is going on in the society. Now, I want to use another quote right here. This is from, let me read this real quick. It says, they left black, the war of Israel. It says, when he was asked about peace in the Middle East, the late president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser, stated, the Jews will never be able to live here in peace because they left here black but came back white. So everybody knows that they're not the real Jews, man. All right? That's what I'm saying. These things, the things is coming to light. The Most High is revealing things. How? Let's get it real quick. Let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah will do nothing, but he has revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And it's the prophets that started coming out and letting you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that, look, y'all the true people of the Lord. Your spirit, the salt you have, the way you're connected to the Lord and praise the Most High, but you don't know His name because you haven't earned His spirit towards the Most High. And y'all the real people of the Lord. All right. By the way, the real Jews are the Negroes here in America. All right, dark-skinned people, pursuant to books like Jeremiah 14:2. And again, we're shedding light on all this, man. Now, let me just get this real quick. It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 2. And it reads, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." Spirit had me bringing out the scripture a lot lately because there's a lot coming to light. Why? Because we're approaching the end times. Now, it's been, again, different sources. Israel, state of Israel has nukes, man. They have nuclear weapons. And the biggest threat to the state of Israel, all right, is Iran. That's how come they want to get America involved. And America has gotten involved. But guess what? Iran is also allied. So there's a number of tangling alliances and the so-called Jews provoking everybody to be on the brink of war. All right. Now, I'm going to get this. This is Jeremiah 50:45. It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon," which is Babal, means confusion, and Lon means land, a land of confusion, which is America. "And his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." Now, who's the least of the flock? The least of the flock is the least of the nation of Edom. And again, that's some so-called Jews. They're the worst. You see? But guess what? They're going to be the ones to bring all these nations into World War III. And we're seeing glimpses of it. Now, will this thing escalate into World War III? No. Why? Because I'm talking about currently what's going on now, this current situation. Will it escalate into World War III? No, because prophecies have to be in order and a chip has to come first. It says, "Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." Now let me prove that what I just mentioned. This is the book of 2 Ezra 4:37. It says, "By means that he hath measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until said measure is fulfilled." Right? So all the prophecies that are written in the scriptures, they come in a particular order. And World War III does not precede the RFID microchip, all right? So once the RFID microchip becomes mandatory, guess what? We're already seeing wars and rumors of wars, okay? So we just know that our salvation is that much nearer, So, and the scriptures tell you, man, Ishmael is a wild man. So the so-called Jew, he's trying to run the world and have people follow his ideals. But guess what? Ishmael, you're not going to get Ishmael to sell out his religion. Like I said, like I told brothers, man, you could offer an Ishmael like $40 million to denounce Muhammad. And this shit is not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. Let's see if I can find. And that's why that nation of people over there, they're gonna push everybody into that World War III, because so-called Jew could run everybody and buy everybody out, but you can't buy out Ishmael, man. See what I'm saying? You can't give them $40-50 million and tell them, look, denounce the Prophet Muhammad. They're gonna tell you, fuck you. They're not doing that. It's the book of Genesis 16:11. And it says, "And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and thou shalt bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction." Now this is prophecies concerning how Ishmael is going to be. "And he will be a wild man." And them Ishmaelites are wild. They'll go into war with a fucking button down and an AK-47. They don't give a shit. It says, "His hands will be against every man, and every man's hands against him. He shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren." So, as you can see, them Ishmaelites over there, they're very wild, man. They have no problem strapping bombs up, blowing themselves up, blowing up buildings and shit like that. Now, yes, like I said earlier, a lot of this staged and coordinated, but them Ishmaelites are truly about it, man. It's just we don't know who's who. We don't know who's posing as who, right? You can have CIA operatives posting as the opposition to create, a certain particular narrative. We don't know what's what, but we do know, according to the scriptures, them so-called Jews going to bring all the nations together over there in the Middle East, right, for this coming World War III. So, hey, man, the fact that the stage is, again, being brewed up, and we have so many new nations entangled with superpowers and smaller powers, lets us know that what? Yahweh Bashim Yashai is steadily on his way to make his return. That I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Hakodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. Akim Tazadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.